Hang on, it's comedy time. A hilarious mix of short, fast, funny featuring today's hottest comics. Get ready, because time flies when you're having funny.
Hey, it's Rana, and you're watching Comedy Time. That's right, it's Comedy Time. You know what that means? It's time to laugh. It's time to laugh so hard like you've never laughed before. I'm talking about laughing so hard with us in the way that you've never laughed with your friends, that you'll make them so jealous because you never laugh with them the way you laugh with us. You're gonna laugh, and the next comic will appreciate it.
Yep. My name is Jose. That is a big group of confused people right now. That is the whitest Jose I've ever seen. Latinos are the most disappointed. They're like, okay, finally, a Latino on the show. What the hell is that? Is he a vampire? Twilight on Telemundo. That's the future. You'll think of me flipping channels. Bella, soy vampiro. Ay, Eduardo. All right. That's really my name, Jose. I understand it's confusing. I'm pale. I don't have an accent. I treat women with respect. It's confusing. My last name is Sardui. That doesn't help, does it? Nobody knows what that is. One girl was like, is that like a sandwich? It can be. You got a friend? It is a Cuban name. So nobody drowns tonight, apparently. You fall in the water, I got you. I stand up! I saved your life. It is a true stereotype. We are good swimmers. I mean, if there had been Cubans on the Titanic, everybody would have survived. That'd have been a different movie. Everyone would run around, oh my God, there's no more lifeboats, the water's freezing. Two Cuban guys, we don't need no lifeboats! You take that piano, you put it in the water, you can put 16 people on that thing. They re-released that movie now in 3D, but I actually saw it when it first came out in theaters in Miami. Remember when the boat's sinking, the band is playing, guys got the cello? Cuban next to me stands up, that thing in your hand, it floats! The guy with the little one, he's gonna die.
Welcome back to the show. You know, if these clips were horses, this next one would be a unicorn. Because it's magical.
I have a huge problem eating. Well, no problems, obviously. I mean, like, I'm like emotional. I eat too much, and I think part of my problem, I watch a lot of Food Network. I love it, right? But I watch I watch it to go to sleep. Like, that is excessive. Like, I'm like, bacon. Like, that's not okay. And I love Giada De Laurentiis. She's this chick that does the, like, Everyday Italian and Giada at Home, like those shows. And I hate the way she describes her food, though. Like, she was making soup, right, one day, and she's leaning over this giant bowl of soup, and she's stirring it, and she leans into it, and she smells it, and she goes, this feels just like a giant bear hug. Does it really? Does it feel like a bear hug? Does it feel like blood coming out of your mouth as your organs get crushed? Does it feel like watching your family run away as your lungs collapse? Does it feel like the blackness of death closing in as you hear your wife say, forget about daddy, kids, he's already dead? Is that what it feels like? I don't think anybody's ever been hugged by a bear and been like, this feels like minestrone soup. I don't think that's ever happened. Call me crazy. I'm on the Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook. I love it. I love Facebook. I love stalking people. I'm not gonna lie. I stalk a lot of people. If we've ever met, you're not getting away from me. Like, that's just not happening. this chick requested to be my friend, right? This is how I know her. We went to kindergarten together. Period. That is the end of that sentence. And she sent me a message that said, "What's new?" Boy, where do I begin? First grade was really tough. Still can't read. Like, I don't know what to say. What am I gonna do? It's awesome. And this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. This is the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. Debt collectors, like collection agencies, are now using social networking to try to find people. Absolutely true. Like, you'll post on Twitter, like, at Applebee's, and they'll show up at Applebee's like, "Give me my money." Like, that's real. That's real. And I don't owe anybody money, thank God, but I want to so bad. Right? Because I know exactly what I'm gonna do, right? Like, I'm gonna find out a debt collector's following me, right? I'm gonna post, like, at Starbucks wearing a red hat, LOL. And they're gonna show up to Starbucks, right? And they're gonna see me from behind wearing a red hat. And they're gonna grab me by the shoulder and spin me around. But it's not me, it's a decoy. Yeah. And the debt collector's gonna go, "Where is she?" And the decoy's gonna go, "I don't know, somebody just paid me to wear this hat. And they told me to give this to you." And they're gonna hand the debt collector a note. And he's gonna open it up. And on the note, it says, "The chase is on, bitch." Yeah.
Well, you have been watching hilarious comedy clips here at Comedy Time TV. And while you're watching them, you've also been hearing them. You're a little multitasker, you. You're a little overachiever. All right, stop showing off and just watch the next clip, all right?
I would like to have kids just to have a friend in the house at this point would be nice. Is that bad? Does that mean it's going good? Just tell me if it's fine. You know what it is? Marriage is, men are not good at marriage. We're just not prepared for marriage. Women, you are very prepared. Like, look at all the toys you played with. Like, when you're a kid, they give you, when you're a baby and you're born, they give you a baby doll. So they give you a baby when you're a baby. They're like, "Look, I'll probably start figuring this out. This is where it's going." And then they give you Barbie and Ken, so you have to deal with all that drama that they have. Then women would play house. They would just play house. They would fake vacuum. When I see my wife vacuum now, I'm like, she's living her childhood dream. She has made it. Hey, I can't compete. Because as a guy, we didn't have any of that. We played Fort. We had to keep everybody out of where we are. And the only toys we had were Transformers and Ninja Turtles. Those are not even real things. None of them had wives. They weren't married. I never played with my Ninja Turtles, and I had them going to fight Shredder. And then Michelangelo was like, "Hey, can y'all give me 2 seconds?" I don't know, my wife just showed up. I don't know how she found us, but she looks furious about something. I don't know, dude. I don't know. And then she comes over and she's like, "What are y'all doing? Who's this April chick?" It's like, listen, she's a reporter. How about you not read into stuff, all right? How about you not check my Facebook? Is that possible? I got in trouble because for my wife's birthday, I bought her an oven for her birthday. Yeah. Listen, here's why. Because like the vacuum, her other favorite toy as a kid was the Easy Bake Oven. So I was like, all right, I'll get her a legitimate big girl oven. An adult oven, like that's not impressive. If she bought me a truck and it turned into a live robot, I would freak out and be like, this is the greatest gift I have ever had in my life. This is the best. I still play with the kid stuff. I play a lot of video games, and the thing with video games, they're a lot different than when I played when I was younger. Because like I played Madden football, and when you used to play Madden as a kid, you would just pick your favorite team. That was it. There wasn't that much to it. But now when you play, they have you running the whole stadium when you play. So before you start, they're like, all right, how much do you want to charge for hamburgers? And you're like, I don't even know how much a fake hamburger would go for. I didn't know we were getting this serious about the game. I didn't go to college. That's why I'm playing your game. And they give the players emotions. The players will argue with you. I'll use the Titans. I'll use Vince Young. And they're like, hey, Vince is not happy with his contract. Like, all right, well, tell Vincent that he is not real. And I will reset this and start over if he does not clean up his attitude. I don't need him yelling at me. My wife is furious I'm playing this game. I don't need him bitching at me too. That's why I play this.
Love, it's comedy time. Come aboard, you'll be just fine.
So I got my first fight with my wife the other day. Told her to shut up. She wouldn't talk to me for like 8 hours after that. I was like, man, that worked a lot better than I thought it would. She's a good listener. She was so mad at me, she said I had to sleep on the couch that night. So I just put the couch on the bed. She couldn't talk to me for another 8 hours after that. Because her face was smushed under the couch. What was that? She's getting really baby hungry, which is bad timing because I'm in school and I do comedy. I don't make a lot of money. So being baby hungry is bad. So I try to trick her by making her watch movies like Children of the Corn. Just backfires though. She's like, they just need a good mother. And then she makes me watch horrible movies, all these teenage girl coming of age movies. I just call them period pieces. I only watch once a month. It's my limit. But she's a good wife though. I felt bad the other day she had kidney stones. So I took her to the hospital. I heard kidney stones are more painful than even childbirth. I'm just thinking how lucky I am that she has to do both. What did you do? Karma. But yeah, because I have horrible pain tolerance. I stubbed my toe the other day. I was like vomiting for weeks. Even the memory of it was like, oh. It's bad. But she was pretty inconsiderate when she had the kidney stones. She was in a lot of pain, and she kept throwing up in front of me. It's like, please take it to the other room. You're grossing me out. Be a little bit more inconsiderate, please. Then she started taking the Percocet, the painkiller that they were prescribing for her, and I had to knock it out of her hands. I'm like, that's to pay for the hospital bill. What are you thinking? Do you know how much those are worth on the black market? Jeez. She's a good wife, though. I took my dad to get my dad had kidney stones, too. I took him to the hospital for it, and when we checked him in, they had this little song coming over the intercom, little da-da-da-da-da-da. I asked the lady at the desk what that was. She said, that means a baby was just born. We wanted everybody to know about it. I thought that was a pretty cute idea till like 5 minutes later, they took my dad away, and another One Bites the Dust came on. Daddy? Started crying. The lady apologized. She said, sorry, that was the wrong Queen song. We were supposed to play We Will Rock You because he has a kidney stone. This is a horrible hospital.
Thank you for watching Comedy Time. If you're anything like me, you like your comedy like you like your coffee. Hot, bitter, and it gives you the jitters. Love it. Enjoy.
It's common now for people to use the phrase, it is what it is. I'm not sure what this phrase means, but I think it equates to, I'm not good at thinking, but I sure do like talking. Guess I'm gonna work the crowd now for a little bit. Take this guy, for example. Am I right? Did you know there are people with a mental condition whereby they practice self-cannibalism by eating their own flesh? I think this is a bit arrogant. It's like saying, I taste better than everything, and you can't have any. Do you think the KKK meets after Labor Day? That was an IQ test, you guys failed. I guess I'll conclude with some Yo Mama jokes. I really like Your Mama jokes, but sometimes I find they're so over the top, they're unrealistic. So I've written some that hit a little bit closer to home, at least in my neighborhood. Your mama is so stupid that her 401k is undiversified. Yeah, I came to throw down. Your mama is so fat that her blood pressure is probably 150/90. Which isn't really that bad, but she'll have to keep an eye on it. And finally, your mama is so black that for me to joke about it would be unacceptable in our culture.
Hi, you're watching Comedy Time, and I'm Tyler Bowe. And you know, I love wearing new socks. I just hate shopping for them because when it comes to buying men's socks, they only sell them in one size, men's. Right, I wear a 9.5, Shaq wears a 22, but we both wear the same size sock. That doesn't make any sense. What do you think about that while you enjoy this next comedy clip?
All my friends are having kids right now, and it's so weird for me because I don't have kids. I have to relearn how to hang out with my friends who have kids, man, because you can't just hang out with new parents, right? Because they're always tired. They haven't slept in 40 days. You ever go over to a new parent's house to congratulate them? They're hallucinating and stuff, man. They open the door, they're like, here, hold the baby, hold the baby! You're like, that's a toaster. I don't need that. What is that? Where's your baby? They're like, I don't know. But if you see it, feed it. It's always hungry. They always want me to hold it. They do. They want me to hold the baby so they can take a nap for 10 minutes. I don't like holding little babies. I don't know what to do with them. They just lay there. They're boring. My buddy gets mad at me all the time. He's like, Tim, where's the baby at? I'm like, it's holding the door open. What? It's being polite and letting in fresh air. I don't know what you want from me. No, I just like kids when they're older, man. You can play with them and kick them and stuff. That's cool, man. I do. I like kids at the age where you can lift them by the arms and they don't come out. That's the age of the kid, man. Which is apparently possible. Because I was playing with my nephew and he wasn't 1 yet. And he's learning how to climb, right? He's climbing up on me. So I do the cool uncle thing, and I grab him by his arms, and I lift him in the air, right? And my sister freaks out. She's like, hey, don't do that. You could rip out his arms. Like, why would that happen? Wouldn't the skin hold it in? And I thought, how bad would you feel? Be like, hey, buddy. Mad because you glued him on wrong. My nephew's 5 right now, man. He's cool. I love hanging out with my nephew, man, because he's at that point where you can just hang out. You can take him with you places, right? But I always get in trouble. It doesn't matter where I go, I'll get in trouble. I hang out with him. Like, I'll take him to the store with me, and I don't ever get to see him because I'm gone all the time, right? So when I do see him and I take him with me, like he's 5 and he wants everything. 5-year-old wants everything. I don't see him, so I feel like I'm obligated. So he's always asking me, Uncle Tim, can I have this? I'm like, yeah, bud, you can have that. Uncle Tim, can I have this muffin? I'm like, you take that muffin. Uncle Tim, can I have this toy truck? I'm like, you put that toy truck in your arms. This is where I get in trouble because they're walking out and the cashier's like, sir, are you going to pay for that? I'm like, hell no, I didn't take it. She's like, somebody has to pay for that. And we'll check his pocket, see if he has cash on him, man. I don't know. She gets all snotty. Sir, someone's going to go to jail. I'm like, well, he'll learn a lesson, won't he? He'll be out soon. He's 5. I don't know, man. That's the thing with people have kids, man. They have a language they can speak with other parents. That's what I was getting. Parents, I got to stop that, man. Because parents have a language you can speak to other parents, and other parents understand you. I don't have kids, so I don't understand your language, and you make me feel like a jerk sometimes. Right? Because I was in the airport coming in. This lady had this cute kid, and she was being nice. So I asked the lady, I'm like, "Hey, ma'am, how old's your kid?" She's like, 18 months. I was like, I don't know what that is. She's like, it's a year and a half. I was like, say a year and a half. How hard is that for you to do? Right? I gotta sit here at the airport and do calculus? This is stupid, man. Seriously. Right? I don't do that to people, right? I'm 6'2". I don't tell people I'm 74 inches. That's being a jerk right there, man. I don't know. Enjoy yourselves. If you have a relationship, good. It's nice to have a relationship. It feels nice. I saw this the other day. Maybe the women will actually get a kick out of this. I didn't even know this was possible, but they're coming out with a male birth control pill. What? Really? We can't remember one day a year. Right? Would you actually trust a man to take a pill when it comes to sex? I don't think so. And unless it comes with beer formula, I ain't taking it. You can't trust a man. We wouldn't do it right. We'd lie to you. You know we're terrible liars. You come home, we start getting romantic, start taking our clothes off. Like, wait, honey, did you take your pill? Like, hell yeah, I took all 7. I'm good for the week. You guys been a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys.